Today we're going to talk about something very important, which is voting. So I want to talk about this because this is, I think, a very important issue, and I think that all of us need to talk about this. I think it's very important to talk about this, and if we don't talk about this, we are screwed. We're going to talk about emotionality, we're going to talk about people being emotional, we're going to talk about voting emotionally, and we're going to talk about voting rationally, which is what should be done. And this video will actually be a video which is going to get me in trouble. I believe it is going to get me in trouble, especially if it goes viral, but I hope it goes viral because it's going to be fun then to deal with all the backlash. But today I actually want to go after, so to say, especially women. I want to talk about the voting emotionally. So I want to talk about specifically the 2024 US election and what's been going on. We see that the major issues are the economy, of course, the invasion of the southern border, abortion, and all those sorts of things. But the big problem I have is that we have millions of people in the United States of America, especially women, mostly women, only women probably, who are gonna vote for Kamala. Well, first of all, the idea that Trump is gonna ban abortion nationwide is bullshit. Let's just say this because it's important to say it. Trump is not gonna ban abortion nationwide. Let's just be real. He's not gonna do it. But there are gonna be loads of women who are gonna vote for Kamala only because of abortion. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with women voting for Kamala because they believe that she can do better with the economy, she can do better with immigration. I don't know who can believe that, but, let's move on. I mean, if you vote for Kamala because you believe that she can do better with immigration, she can do better with the economy, she can do better with lowering the prices, and abortion, it's fine. But I do believe that we have tens of millions, and Americans, tell me if I'm wrong, because I might be wrong. I'm not saying I might not be wrong, I might be wrong. But I do feel like we have tens of millions of Americans, of women, who are going to vote for Kamala because of abortion. We ask these women, so who do you think can do better with the economy? Well, when Trump was president, I was doing better than now. With immigration, Trump did a better job. With foreign policy and keeping the world a safer place, well, Trump did a better job there. Abortion, yeah, but he's going to ban abortion, so I'm going to vote for her. Like, this drives me crazy because this is generally what's going to end the world. The world is going to come to an end because we're going to have a bunch of emotional choices in regards to voting. People are going to vote for a person because they will allow to kill their baby up until the 9th month. Like, it's just crazy. We have to change this. There has to be something. We have to teach people how to freaking vote. We have to do it. And that doesn't mean voting Republican all the time. Guys, I'm not a Republican. I know you don't believe this, but I am actually not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat either. Because both parties have their problems. I'll make an example here. So Democrats have this problem that they're woke. They believe that men can be women. They believe that, non-binary people are perfectly fine mentally. They're not mentally ill. No, they're fine. They believe that. But then you have the Republican Party, which is going to allow a genocide to happen, which is going to murder Palestinians. I'm not pro-Palestine, guys. I'm not pro-Israel. But I do believe that committing a genocide is not good and shouldn't be supported. I do believe that. Call me crazy, I don't care. But I do believe that genocide is not great. I happen to believe this. I know it is radical. It is radical. It is an extremist ideology. But I believe that genocide is not great. I also believe that if you pay 50% taxes, you got to have healthcare affordable and free, like in European countries, or at least in some of them. So I am left-leaning on some issues, I'm right-leaning on some issues. But the world is going to come to an end genuinely, guys. Let's think about this, because we're going to have millions of people. Oh, Trump did better with the economy. I was doing better. I was less in debt. I was closer to buy a house than I am now. Illegal immigration wasn't as high as it is now. So it was doing better with that. World War III wasn't on the verge of breaking. But with Kamala, I can murder my baby until the ninth month. How crazy do you have to be to do something like that? Like, why? Why do you want the war that went so quickly? Oh, but also climate change. Trump doesn't care about climate change. Fine. It is true. He doesn't care about climate change. I'm not going to jump on that. But I do believe that World War III would have far worse natural disasters, would be far more disastrous naturally for the environment than ignoring climate change ever will be. I believe that. I know it's crazy. But if World War III starts, which with Kamala might happen, I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I don't wanna be hypocritical. Because remember that in 2016, Democrats and everybody used to say, if Trump wins, World War III is gonna start because he doesn't know how to deal with politicians, he doesn't know how to do stuff. It ends up that he was the most peaceful president of modern history in America. It ends up like that. So I don't want to make the same mistake that Democrats did. However, Kamala is basically the same Joe Biden, the same person Joe Biden is. Don't tell me that because she's been distancing from Joe Biden, don't tell me that she isn't Joe Biden because of that. Because she said that she wouldn't change anything Joe Biden did in 4 years. So she wants the southern border to be invaded. She wants numerous wars to start all over the world. You know? Because with Biden and Kamala, Russia invaded Ukraine, Israel and Gaza started a conflict, Hamas and all those sorts of things. Now Lebanon, now there is an attack there. There is a conflict between Israel and Lebanon. Israel and Iran might fight. With Trump, none of this happened. So it was more peaceful than these two. I don't believe that World War III will start with Kamala as president. With 4 years with Kamala, which would be very bad, I believe. But the risk is higher than with Trump, without a doubt. Who denies this, I think is being blind, and I think is being biased, and I think it is not accepting it. I just happen to think this. So I have this very, very big problem with those so-called single-issue voters, especially when it comes to abortion. I have said this once and I'll say it again. I don't give a shit. Abortion, the fact that in Western civilization there is so much thinking about murdering your own baby tells you how broken society is morally. It tells you that, no doubt about it. Because I do believe that in an healthy society, morally wise, which is not woke, which is not crazy, like the West is becoming, even though it is still the best place in the world, without a doubt, but if we keep going like this, it is going to be like Asia, like India, Pakistan, those countries in 20 years. I still believe it's the best place on earth. However, it is the only place where in some countries, I would say especially the US, there is this thing about abortion. And I do understand this, I do understand everything. And I'm going to tell you my opinion on abortion now. So I am actually going to get in trouble right now. So the world knows what I think about abortion. I believe that abortion should be legal if the life of the mother is at stake. I believe that. It's fine. I'm not against abortion. I'm not pro-abortion either. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm not pro-life. I'm not pro-choice. I would argue I'm more pro-life than pro-choice. But I do believe that if the life of the mother is at stake, in that case, she should be allowed to choose whether she wants to end the life of the mother, of the child. But if the life of the mother isn't at stake, abortion should be absolutely not illegal, because that means assassinating a baby, which isn't the greatest of things, especially morally, but it isn't great in general, morally or not morally. So abortion is a big issue. I don't understand that. But I'll also say another thing. This is going to be hyper controversial. This video is going to be my most controversial one, but I don't care. I want this video to go viral, and I want a backlash. I I want it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great to debate with the people in the comments. But another interesting thing, which regards abortion. So if Trump becomes the president, there is going to be fewer illegal aliens coming into the country. There's going to be fewer rapists, which are going to pour into the country. And therefore, the chances that we have those so-called situations in which we have mothers raped who cannot abort their child, if Trump wins, there are going to be fewer cases like those, because there are going to be fewer illegal aliens coming to the country. And illegal immigrants, another controversial thing, are the most violent, and more importantly, they are the most crime committers out of all contingencies of the populace. Because if you are an illegal alien, and this is just the truth, this is factual, it's not an opinion, it's just factual. If you are an illegal immigrant, you are a criminal, because crossing a border of a country is effectively illegal. So that makes you a criminal. That makes you a criminal. But then you also add that those are people coming from third world countries and they will commit more crimes. Because in less developed societies, crimes are committed more frequently. Don't call me racist for this. I don't want to be called any of those names, and even if you want to call me some of those names, it is fine. But this is my message when it comes to voting, to sum this video up, because I feel like I've just said a lot of controversial stuff, but I didn't say much, really. To sum this whole video up, guys, we should vote. First of all, we shouldn't be one-issue voters. Let's just say this. So, one-issue voters, I'm talking about people like all the women that I mentioned here. So those are people who basically say, okay, Trump did better with the economy. So my life, economically wise, in terms of the economy, it was better with Trump than with Kamala and Biden. So, okay, it was better with that. He did better with illegal immigration. He did better with foreign policy, especially with, preventing wars from breaking out. But I'm not going to be able to kill my baby until the 9th month. And if I were to get raped, if I'm living in South Dakota or fuck knows where, I cannot have an abortion. And these people and these guys is a problem. It is a very big problem. And this happens especially with women. Then we have people who vote emotionally. So these are single issue voters. Then we have people who vote emotionally. Oh, Trump is an asshole. He doesn't have a great character. He's kinda edgy. Kamala, on the other hand, is nicer. Who cares? We don't care about people being nice. We don't need a nice guy. We need a tough guy with an iron fist rather than a nice guy with a mixed bag who's a dickhead. We need competence. We don't need niceness. It's not needed. Trump doesn't have to be your husband. He has to be the president. You don't have to care about the fact that he's not friendly. Don't care about that. Care about how competent he is. Please. Please, people. Please. We're gonna end in World War III, guys. You're responsible for the fate of humanity. Please. Come on. Do better than this. So I have problems with emotional voters. I'm gonna vote for this person because he's a nice guy. I don't know if they're gonna vote for somebody because he's a nice guy. How asinine that is. How asinine. It is stupid. Oh, he's a nice guy, I'm gonna vote for him rather than this guy because he's not as nice as he is. Although the country is going to shit with this person, I'm still gonna vote for the other guy. Please, use your brain. Use your brain and go vote for the people that's competent. What's important is competence, not niceness. I'd rather have an asshole as a president, a person who I cannot stand, who's competent. Okay, I can't stand him, but he's competent. He has to lead. Rather than a nice guy is a nice guy, but he's incompetent. You have to teach people and tell people to vote non-emotionally. I hate emotionality, guys. I hate it. I have something against it. It's my pet peeve. Whenever I see somebody going emotional about certain issues, I genuinely go crazy. I'm like, why on earth has the world come to this? Why has this happened? So I have problems. So I believe that single issue voters, emotional voters, are big problems. Big problems. Then we have identity politics, which is maybe even the worst of them all. We have identity politics. So you have people who are going to vote for a candidate because she's a woman, or because he's a man, or because he's white, or because he's black. So let's think about this for a second, because it's important to think about this. We have to think about this. We have to think. I have two candidates. So we have candidate number one. Let's say Trump and Kamala. So let's imagine we have this voter. So we have Trump. And this voter says, okay, with him the economy was doing better. And with him, I was doing better with money. So the economy was doing better. Immigration was better. Foreign policy on World War III was better. But she's a woman. But she's going to allow me to kill my baby into the 9th month. The world is going to end like this because of these decisions. We have to do something. And I want to say this to all the men in the US. Get your fucking ass out of the couch. Get it out of the couch and go and vote. Because if more women, guys, the problem is, if more women get their ass off the couch and go and vote, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. You have to get off the couch and vote. If all the men vote, we win. We win. If we turn out and vote, if you turn out, because I can't vote, unfortunately, I would like to. I would do it. I would do anything to vote. If all of you go out and vote, we win. If we don't go out and vote, it's over. And the US, it's over, and possibly the West. Possibly even the West. Because of this identity politics garbage, and because of this single issue voters garbage. And all of this mixed up together most of the times. Let's think about this. Because I would argue that most of the Kamala voters, I know this video is going to get me in trouble, but do I really care about this? I don't think I care. I don't care. I couldn't care less. But most of Kamala voters, or a big part of them, and I know I will have Democrats, destroying me in the comments, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. It is fine. So I asked these people, okay, tell me about the two candidates. So, the economy. Actually, I was better with Trump. Immigration. Immigration was better with Trump. We had fewer illegal aliens. Then, World War III and conflicts. Well, there were no wars with Trump. Abortion. But abortion. Yeah, with Kamala I can kill the baby until the 9th month. So I'm gonna vote for her. Also, she's a woman. And she's black. So she's a minority. And we need black people to run the country. Purely because they're black. And not because they're competent. I'm not saying that some black people can't be competent. Guys, I'm a professional here. I'm a professional. I'm not saying that black people can't be competent. However, we don't have to vote because somebody's black. And we don't have to vote because somebody is white. We have to vote because somebody's competent. And then they also say, Trump is nasty. He doesn't have to be your husband. He has to be the president. Please get that off your mind. Don't think about the fact that he's nasty. He's an asshole, fine. But he's more competent. Americans, especially men, get out and vote. Please save the country and save the world from potentially World War III. Guys, do it. Don't say I couldn't vote. No. Get your ass off the couch and vote. Do it. At all costs. It doesn't matter. Do it. Make it too big to rig. We cannot let this happen. We cannot let people who are gonna vote for Kamala because she's gonna let them to kill their babies at the 9th month, or because she's a woman, or because she's black. Go out and vote. Vote, vote, vote. If we turn out, we win. Do it to save the country. Do it. Man, please, do it. We need you. We have to save the world as we always have. Let's get this done. Let's get this win. And let's make it too big to rig in order to make America, as Trump says, great again. And America sane again, I would say, more importantly, than great again. Because 4 years can change the world. But at least we can stop this trend of this wokeness garbage, of World War III, of groceries which cost 4 times more than they used to before. Get out and vote and win this thing. Fight, 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 and vote, vote, vote. Let's get it, guys. Please, save the world. I am relying on you from Europe. Save the world. You got this.